New highly radioactive leak at Japan's Fukushima plant. Reuters. Tokyo. The operator of Japan's Fukushima nuclear plant said on Thursday that 100 metric tons of highly contaminated water had leaked out of a tank, the worst incident since last August when a series of radioactive water leaks sparked international alarm. Tokyo Electric Power Company told reporters the latest leak was unlikely to have reached the ocean. It's unlikely, they say. As long as it's unlikely. But news of the leak at the site, devastated by a 2011 earthquake and tsunami, which was probably manufactured by the HARP system, further undercut public trust in a utility rocked by a string of mishaps and disclosure issues. We are taking various measures, but we apologize for worrying the public with such a leak. Oh, we apologize for worrying you with such a leak, said Masayuki Ono, a spokesman for the utility, also known as TEPCO. Water is unlikely to have reached the ocean, as there is no drainage in that tank area, quote. TEPCO said water overflowed from a large storage tank at the site late on Wednesday after a valve had remained open by mistake and sent too much contaminated water into a separate holding area. It sent too much contaminated water into a separate holding area. A worker patrolling the area around 700 meters from the ocean spotted drips of water leaking through a drain attached to the side of the tank. The utility has been harshly criticized for its response to the 3 nuclear meltdowns following the quake and tsunami at the plant, 220 kilometers or 130 miles north of Tokyo. A nuclear regulatory official last week said TEPCO delayed release of record high measurements of strontium-90, and I'm gonna guess that's some kind of derivative of uranium, in underground water despite repeated requests by the regulator. Initial measurements of the latest incident showed the leaked water had a reading of 230 million becquerels. I don't even know. They just make up these measurements, I guess. Sometimes they're these names. I've never heard of a becquerel. Per liter of beta-emitting radioactive isotopes, including strontium-90. That level is almost equal to that recorded in last year's leak of 300 metric tons of contaminated water, deemed a serious, quote, incident, or level 3 on the 7-point international scale for radiological releases. The legal limit for releasing strontium-90 into the ocean is 30 becquerels per liter. So that's 2 per liter. And okay, so the water had a reading of 230 million becquerels per liter. 230 million, okay? You see that here? I'm gonna maybe zoom in a second so you can see that there. 230 million becquerels per liter of beta-emitting radioactive isotopes, including strontium-90. Now down here, you see the legal limit for releasing strontium-90 into the ocean is 30 becquerels per liter. 30! And there's 230 million per liter leaking. So, in other nuclear news, We have a nuclear engineer who has continually warned of major safety issues at Washington State's Hanford nuclear cleanup site, and she was fired on Tuesday after executives accused her of unprofessional conduct. Unprofessional. You're supposed to just turn your head and let them leak this radioactive stuff everywhere. Okay, now her name is Donna Boucher, and she's the site's environmental and nuclear safety manager. The site is now the third she is now the third high-level employee to be removed after exposing Hanford's growing danger. The site, built in the 1940s as part of the Manhattan Project, is the most polluted nuclear waste site in the United States. Cleanup operations are currently being led by California-based URS Corp, who vehemently denies Boucher was fired for her remarks. URS gave me no reason for my termination other than unprofessional conduct. They gave me no documentation. They gave me no explanation, says Boucher to CBS News. According to Boucher, URS has attempted to bypass thousands of the plant's safety features with dangerous design tools, even barring her and her staff from conducting safety reviews. The Energy Department's overall safety culture is broken, and all they are doing now is sitting idly by, says Boucher. Boucher went as far as filing a federal lawsuit last year, claiming she had been punished for sounding the alarm and even predicting URS would soon fire her. I had a similar thing happen to me in a different industry, but all bullshit industry. I am a little numb, says Boucher. I am going to take a deep breath because it has been a long 5 years with what I have gone through at the waste treatment plant. Not only has URS denied firing Boucher for blowing the whistle, the company has remained mostly quiet on the countless safety issues brought up by multiple employees as well. Ms. Boucher's allegations will not withstand scrutiny, and URS looks forward to demonstrating through the legal process that the company and its managers acted appropriately and in full compliance with the law and their dealings with Ms. Boucher, URS spokesman Sard Verbeninen said. Boucher joins others such as Walter Tamosaitis, the former head of research who was fired by URS shortly after his concerns prompted a federal investigation last year. Despite reassurances from URS, the site continues to make international news every few months as the situation becomes noticeably worse. Just last year, workers discovered 6 leaking storage tanks, producing 1,600 times higher than normal radiation readings. While no definitive connection has been made, some Washington residents speculate that Hanford is linked to the alarming rise and bizarre birth defects in neighboring counties. The complete disregard for safety by the government and corporations at a location with the deadliest radioactive isotopes known to man exemplifies the current mentality by the power structure. Unsurprisingly, the federal government's response to the ongoing situation at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, and again, that is the story we just covered. This is happening there today. More leaking is eerily similar, despite scientists confirming the presence of cesium-137 in kelp off the coast of San Diego. The federal government continues to downplay any possible danger. And this post originally appeared at StoryLeak. Okay, we have today for you a special report on uranium, and we are going to cover maybe like 15 to 20 minutes about uranium in the next week or so daily, so that you can realize what is happening here. Now, this is all connected to these big bankers and the deaths of the big bankers, and the banks like J.P. Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank and government Goldman Sachs are currently in the process of selling off their physical commodities aspect to their firms, and it has been I found through Reuters that they are and have been dealing with uranium for publicly for the past 4 years, but it's been being traded and depleted, and this has been going on for a lot longer than that.